country illegally. That is amazing.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
You human
on the point of order.
One day, they are not picking our calls.
Agreement with the EU, but
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
people into the country illegally. That is
Money makes the world go round. Of the world in the great business on Atlantic Television Network. This is Money Time. On ATN Business today, Naira depreciates to 1,540 Naira per dollar. Nasarawa State to collaborate in establishing a gold production company. On the economy, FAC shares 1.208 trillion Naira between the three arms of government. Good day, viewers, and welcome to a fresh episode of ATN Business on Atlantic Television Network, right here in the city of Port Harcourt. This is the network's medium of bringing the happenings in the economic sector of our society to our discerning viewers. This program is aimed at bringing to the doorstep of the viewers the business, financial, and economic activities from all strata of society. Its delivery is accentuated through the various exchanges across the world, news about government economic activities, private sector business activities, laced with expert opinions, stakeholder analysis, and correspondent reports. And that's the size of the package of ATN Business. And by the end of this show, you can be rest assured of being informed accurately of financial activities around the world. Now let's take that very short commercial break, and when we return, we reel out the details for today. Please stay tuned. You're welcome back, and now let's go into the market reports, local and international business news for today. The Naira yesterday depreciated in the parallel market, that's the black market, to 1,540 Naira per dollar from 1,530 Naira per dollar on Wednesday. And the Naira yesterday depreciated to 1,533 Naira per dollar in the autonomous foreign exchange market, NAFEM. Data from FMDQ showed that the indicative exchange rate for NAFEM rose to 1,533 Naira per dollar from 1,459 Naira per dollar on Wednesday, indicating a 74 Naira depreciation for the Naira. Consequently, the margin between the parallel market and NAFEM rates narrowed to 6 Naira per dollar from 70 Naira per dollar on Wednesday. And moving on to the hydrocarbon industry, Governor Seyi Makinde's leadership in Oyo State has taken a monumental leap forward with the signing of the investment agreement for Oyo State government Shell Nigeria gas infrastructure development and distribution project. The initiative worth over 100 million to revolutionize the economic landscape of Oyo State and drive progress across the region. At the heart of this groundbreaking endeavor lies our commitment to promoting ease of doing business in Oyo State. Project which revolves and involves the construction of a pressure reduction and metering station and laying of pipelines by SNG on a build, own, operate, transport and transfer basis. It's set to bring the first flow of gas to industrial, manufacturing and commercial entities, as well as the state-owned independent power project within 18 months. The significance of this project extends far beyond the mere infrastructure development. It represents a strategic partnership aimed at fostering sustainable economic growth and prosperity. By creating a conducive environment and business for both local and foreign investors, Governor Makinde's administration is paving the way for increased commerce, trade, and investment opportunities in Oyo State. We move on to breaking news. The court grants bail to Binance executive. Federal High Court in Abuja has refused to grant bail to Tigran Gambayan, an executive of Binance Holdings Limited, a cryptocurrency firm. The judge held that the reason for declining to grant Gambayan's bail is he is likely to jump bail. Granted, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission is prosecuting Gambayan alongside Binance Holdings Limited and Nadim Anjawala, currently at large, on a 5-count charge bordering on alleged tax evasion, currency speculation and money laundering, tune of $34 billion. The defendants deny any wrongdoing, and in his ruling, the judge said several factors, including the nature of offense, its severity, must be considered when trying to decide whether or not bail should be granted to the defendants. After the ruling, EFCC called its first witness, a staff of the Securities and Exchange Commissions, who said that the operations of Binance in Nigeria is unlawful because it is unregistered and unregulated. The witness further said that the activities of Binance in Nigeria negatively affected the value of the Naira in the foreign exchange market. Now, let's take a trip to the global stock exchange market. World shares were mostly lower on Friday through Chinese stocks reversed earlier losses following the announcement of fresh measures to revive the ailing property market. U.S. futures were little change, with the contract for the Dow Jones Industrial Average near 40,000 points after it level for the first time on Thursday. In early European trading, Germany's DAX went to 8,648 points, and the CAC 40 in Paris checked 0.5% to 8,147 points. Britain's FTSE 100 declined 0.3%, 8,413 points. China's central bank said that Friday it was reducing required down payment for housing loans and cutting interest rates for the first and second home purchases, amongst other moves. The announcement came after officials in Beijing reported persisting weaknesses in the economy, especially in the real estate industry. The government was due to hold a conference on property policies later Friday, but Hong Kong's Hang Seng jumped 1.1% to 19,591 points, and the Shanghai Composite Index surged 1% to 3,154 points. Property developers were amongst the biggest winners, and shares in China's Evergrande Group, the world's most indebted developer with the borrowings of more than $300 billion, jumped nearly 18%, while China Vanke, another imperiled property conglomerate, jumped 19.6%. But while the renewed effort to get property sales back on track was welcomed in China, faster growth could slow efforts in other parts of the world to tame inflation if it adds up to the upward pressure on commodity prices, says Ipek Ozaketsi-Kaya of Swiss Quotes. Chinese growth will be mostly driven by robust government support to industrial production rather than improved consumer-based demand, but it doesn't really matter who drives growth for the prices of global commodities, she said in a commentary. In Tokyo, the Nikkei 225 declined 0.3% to 38,787 points, while Australia's S&P ASX 200 gave up 0.9% to 7,814 points. South Korea's Kospi fell 1% to 2,024 points on Thursday. It slipped 0.1% to 39,869 points after dropping 40,000 points. The S&P 500 index, which is much more widely followed on Wall Street, dipped 0.2%. And the Nasdaq Composite fell 0.3%. All three had rallied on Wednesdays to an all-time high. GameStop and AMC Entertainment slid for a second straight day following their jaw-dropping starts to the week. GameStop fell 30%, though it's still up nearly 59% for the week so far. AMC Entertainment lost 15.3%. Such drops helped offset a 7% jump for Walmart, who reportedly was stronger profits for the latest quarter than analysis expected. The retailer also said that its revenue for the year could top the forecasted range it had earlier given. Walmart's strength could be an encouraging signal for the broader economy. Worries have been rising about whether the U.S. households can keep up with still high inflation and more expensive credit card payments, particularly households at the lower end of the income spectrum. Chubb rose 4.7% after Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway disclosed that it had built an ownership stake in the insurer. Stronger than expected profits have been on one of the main reasons of U.S. stock indexes have broadly jumped through the May to records following a tough April. Another has been revived hopes that the Federal Reserve will be able to cut its main interest rate at least once this year. The Federal Reserve has been keeping its federal funds rate at the highest level in more than 2 decades. A string of worse than expected reports on inflation at the start of the year have put the potential for such cuts in jeopardy, but some more encouraging data has been since arrived. One report on Thursday showed that slightly more workers applied for unemployment benefits last week than economists expected, though the number remains low compared with history. Others said that manufacturing growth in the mid-Atlantic region was weaker than hoped, and import prices rose more than the forecast. In other trading early Friday, benchmark U.S. crude oil was up 20 cents and sold at $79.43 per barrel. The Brent crude, the international standard crude, added 34 cents to $83.61 per barrel. And the US dollar rose to 155.83 Japanese yen from 155.40 Japanese yen, and the euro slipped $1.855. And don't forget, we are open for advert placements, bookings, commercials, and you can connect with us and watch us on our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, on X, formerly Twitter, Atlantic TV Net, and watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. National, state government and Atn Metal and Boxmoor have signed a tripartite agreement to establish UK Gold Company. According to a statement, the strategic partnership aims to explore, develop and produce gold mineral resources in the UK community, promising substantial economic benefits and sustainable development. The official signing ceremony held in Lafia was attended by key government officials and business leaders, including executives from Atn Metal and Boxmoor and representatives from the host community. The Chief Executive Officer of Atn Metal, Mariam Yahaya Shiru, described that the partnership as a testament to the strength and potential of collaboration. UK Gold Company project is expected to bring numerous benefits to the region, including job creation, infrastructure development, and enhanced local business opportunities. He stated that the initiative aimed to prioritize environmental sustainability, community involvement, ensuring that the growth is inclusive and responsible. And this is the time we go for that short break, and when we come back, we have a superlative interview on course. Please don't move a muscle.
Corruption not in my country.
Driver, why you just dey jack us up and down like this now?
I hope nobody carry belle.
Why you ask oh?
Because this road where they see so, it no guarantee safe delivery.
We just dey vote for government, but we not get good governance.
At all.
Road so e no dey, light o usai, the infrastructure nko e come turn to be forbidden fruit for the city.
Corruption, spoil everything. Hello.
This is Atn. I am calling from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs.
Okay, I've been expecting your call.
Madam, remove this your phone from loudspeaker.
No vex, now my phone be like that. Hello.
Are you there?
I hear, I'm hearing you.
Yes. We saw a copy of your invoice for computers, printers, and laptops.
Yes. Are you working on them now?
Ma, the prices you quoted are way too high now.
Madam, sorry, please don't cost.
We found the laptop you said is 1.8 million naira for 600,000 naira.
Hello?
Now my body network there.
I can't hear you. Network is bad.
Madam, we can hear you. Continue.
Hello, I can't hear you. I will call you back.
Their behavior not good now.
Madam, now this kind behavior they kill our country. You suppose do things differently. Make Nigeria for better.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Atn Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
I don't get a lot. Boy, they won't booga me small. They say, man, give them bribe. I say, nothing. Okay, now, we'll go block later. You remember that contract we will do that time now? They don't pay.
But first, you see the house rent with the old things. We go first call caretaker, take the money, slap him.
Beg, see, you know, say I get annual levy why they pay for club. Where me and boys they shark beer in our house, I could pay that one. You remember say me and tell you I go buy you motor. I go buy now.
Okay, they pay you money now. We don't they beg caretaker? Why would they beg landlord, old man, and they agree give us time? Money can't come now. You won't divert time. You said na corruption. Corruption, not in my house and not in my country.
Sure.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Atn Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
from the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human
on the point of order.
Honorable
They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
Every day, our lives are changed by history.
We are one people, all of us.
Leaders, politics.
Nobody's ambition is what they blood.
I have fought a very family. Natural occurrence, war, and the world economy.
I belong to everybody, and I belong to nobody.
ATN covers it all on ATN Politics today.
Glad to have you back on ATN Business on Atlantic Television Network right here in the big business city of Port Harcourt. Don't forget, we are on StarTimes channel 194 and you can also view us live on your YouTube. Today's interview is centered around a personality that is a financial analyst of repute. Allow me to introduce to all of us at ATN and the world over Mr. Uchendu Wabara. He's a co-founder of Rapid Beer Technology and a financial analyst of repute. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah,
it's a pleasure. All right, let's head straight into the first story for today. The European Union has launched an investigation into Meta, that's the the parent company of Facebook and Instagram. Let's take that again. Into Meta's over suspicions that its social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram, cause behavioral addiction in children and fail to protect them from inappropriate content. The probe will also look into whether Meta's data collection practices and efficiency of its age verification tools comply with Digital Services Act. The DSA requires large online services to aggressively police the platforms for illegal content and implement measures to mitigate risks to children. Investigation will focus on the interface and design of Facebook and Instagram, which the Commission suspects could cause addiction and addictive behavior among minors. It also examines Meta's compliance with content moderation rules and investigate measures in place to prevent children from accessing inappropriate content. If the Commission concludes that Meta infringed the DSA, the company could face significant penalties, including fines of up to 6% of its annual global revenue. That's huge, which amounts to $135 billion last year. Meta could also be forced to make changes to its products for European consumers. Meta has faced similar criticism in the past, including lawsuits from United States over the use of psychologically manipulative product features to lure children. The company has denied these claims, insisting that its products are safe for young people. Now, coming to the area of analysis concerning social media applications and the addictive nature of it, not just to adults, but also children. Yeah. What input do you have to say concerning this issue that the European Union has begun investigation of Meta on how Facebook and Instagram influences the addictive nature in children?
Yeah, first of all, I think it's very important. I think it's very important for them to investigate the whole algorithm and how it works. Because if you notice these days, lately, children are always addicted to their mobile devices. They're always addicted to their mobile devices. They can't do anything without their mobile devices. And it keeps them on check for hours. And if you're not watching your child can end up spending hours on hours online, looking through Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, so there's sure an addictive feature there, which has to be investigated for the safety of our kids and the upcoming people that are trying to use this platform. Yeah, because if we let it go, it's going to destroy the future of the upcoming ones.
Okay, in this matter, I know that Meta is a U.S. company.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're facing, let me say, in the tech world, they will call it a persecution per se.
Yeah, a lawsuit.
Okay, lawsuits. And let us see it from this angle of business. Yeah. Should it still be business as usual if children are addicted to some features of the social media apps that they operate? Shouldn't they be concerned about how their business, how money that comes in affects the psychological behaviors of children?
Yeah, basically, they have to think about it because it's actually damaging at the long run. It's actually damaging at the long run. So it's not something they are supposed to sweep under the carpet. They have to walk a way around it and find a way to regulate it, especially for underaged people, which don't really have control over it. They might see it as a normal thing, scrolling through Instagram every day, spending hours on hours there. But to be honest, it's not normal. It's addictive. And at the end of the day, you find out that your child will not be productive as usual. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, borrowing from that leaf, coming back home to Nigeria,
yeah,
we still have these issues in Nigeria, although we have not really contested up to the point of going to court or suing them to court. Do you think Nigeria should take that same step too?
Yes. I feel Nigeria has to take that same social media regulation step, yeah, because looking at our situation these days, every child has a phone. Every child has a phone. You can't even know what content this child is watching. Yeah. So I think it's applicable. It's just that Nigerians have not yet come to that realization yet. And most people have started doing it. Some people set screen time for their children's Androids or iPhones. Some other preventive measures are there too, but still, it still boils down to these platforms like Meta to actually work on it. Children are supposed not to be seeing some content they are streaming online, and it's really damaging, to be honest. It's really damaging, to be honest, especially TikTok. TikTok is crazy because I see what children emulate online TikTok, and it's crazy. Sometimes you see stuff, the way they are dancing, dance moves. Some of them are not meant to see those stuff at that age. Yeah, maybe when they get up to like 18, the normal legal tender age, you can now view those contents at your own risk. Yeah.
Exactly, because I can remember that America, United States of America, has almost there is just a little infringement that is remaining for United States to ban TikTok totally. In fact, they have started gathering, they have doing some crowdfunding to buy over TikTok from the parent company ByteDance. So are we going to say that the government of Nigeria is not effective enough as it concerns the psychological nature of these social media handles on the minors? Are they not seeing it? Are they not responsive? Should they do something? What do you think they should do?
I think they should do something, but to be honest, the government needs to focus their energy on the right stuff at the right time, to be honest. A lot of people have not been complaining, but we that are seeing it, we know in future, in the nearest 10 years, social media would block our children's brain, to be honest. So the government should provide like preventive measures, even if it's not all at once, bit by bit. That will be curtailing what contents children come across on social media, or even if children can have a social media at some certain age. Yeah.
Okay. Now we are saying EU as a bloc going into social media addiction.
Yeah.
We will not say that it's the same thing concerning everything online.
Yeah.
There are some activities online that do make good money, and it's not addictive. It does not have behavioral, psychological deficiencies. And meanwhile, we are seeing reports in our country where, I mean, most financial applications, in fact, they even almost banned, what's the name of that fintech? OPay.
Yeah.
OPay, Money Points, and other. I know they didn't pay for adverts, so I was very, very skeptical before I called it. But, I mean, they are infringing on all these other applications that are money-making apps that can make food come on the table of an average Nigerian in this kind of period that we are facing this kind of financial difficulties. Yeah. Do you think that their priorities are in place, going after fintechs, financial fintechs, and leaving those other really addictive TikTok, Facebook, and all others to roam free and destroy the minds of our youths?
Yeah, I think the government can be right in what they are doing, but I feel they have to do the right thing at the right time. To be honest, these fintechs aren't our problems lately. To be honest, yeah, these fintechs aren't our problems lately. So I think there are other more pressing issues to work on than all this other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we coming into the second story. Don't forget, we have been with Mr. Uchendu Wabara. He's a fintech analyst and also a financial analyst of repute, and he has been joining us. He joined us on my request, and we believe that subsequently he will also grace our screen to also share some nuggets of wisdom in the financial world with us. Yeah. Now we go to the second story. Presidential Compressed Natural Gas Initiative has begun visits to key vehicle assembly plants as part of the federal government's plan to boost the use of CNG-powered vehicles in the country. As such, the Presidential CNG Initiative team on Wednesday assessed the capacity of some major car manufacturing partners in the country. The program director and chief executive officer of the Presidential CNG Initiative, Michael Oluwagbemi, during a tour of the Meccano car assembly parts and plants in Ogun State, described Meccano as one of the manufacturing partners of the CNG-powered automobiles, which have shown commitment to supporting government's move to migrate to CNG mobiles and automobiles. All right, we have a situation here where it's revolutionary, a crossover from hydrocarbons that are liquid in nature to those that are gaseous in nature. And we are seeing a conversion, the president moving for full conversion. In fact, the president even made a report that any reports coming to his table that has to do or deal with buying automobiles that are still running on petrol will not be answered. In fact, that all present, even automobiles, should be converted to gas. What do you think of this move?
I think it's a good move. First of all, gas is cheaper to run on than petrol of these days compared to the current prices. We buy petrol today. Gas is more cheaper. But then the issue is Nigerians trust issues. A lot of us don't trust these gases. So they have to give us a safer platform or a safer way to use this gas to run our automobiles at a cheaper rate. Yeah, and that would help a lot. Yeah.
Okay. Now we have a very big burgeoning industry coming out from the hydrocarbon liquid industry per se. We have people that have invested a lot into petrol, diesel, and kerosene. And there have been, I was with Petrol and Boss, River State, on Wednesday, and he was saying that they are ready to start the CNG project with the president, but that they don't believe that the president and his team are being very, very plain and truthful about the implementation of this, because the terms and conditions they are giving to them are very stringent and very difficult for them to meet up with as per business levels. Do you see sincerity in this administration going ahead and implementing this in the next 6 months, that most of the cars on the road are going to be on gas?
To be honest, Nigeria is so unpredictable. You can't predict what the government is going to do. But if this is a good move by the government, it actually is a good move. But then they shouldn't put it in a way where it's still going to be a racket, which is going to still affect Nigerian citizens, because they always have a way of using the whole system to make money for themselves, and at the end, the citizens are still ignored. We don't get anything out of it. We might not be surprised. We might still start buying these gases. So, to be honest, I can't really trust whatever they are saying. But if it's true, that's a good move for Nigeria. A very good move.
What about the issue of what about the issue of the safety measures? Because we know that gas is very, very explosive. It's explosive, and I know I've seen a few gas cylinders here and there connected to generators running and all that, but I see the pipes it's just open there, and a little rupture and a little flame, and everywhere is in fire. With the structure you've seen, I know you've seen some of these apparatuses. Do you think that it's good enough for us to put it on the mainstream without risking such deadly consequences?
There are some risks steps you have to take to curtail like the whole risks concerning the whole gas explosion and all that. But I'm skeptical when it comes to our weather and having a gas tank in the boot of your car. A lot of stuff too, like it can cause havoc. can cause serious havoc. So, like, it depends on the way these cars are going to be running it. Yeah, because a lot of countries have actually implemented this CNG, like France and Pakistan. Some other countries, yeah.
Exactly.
So it's actually working well for them.
Yeah.
But their weather and ours is not same. So they can't just fully implement it without properly test running it and knowing how efficient it will be for us. Yeah, when it comes to safety.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the most important thing.
Exactly. Safety matters.
Yeah.
And concerning the inflation in Nigeria right now, I mean 100 naira per dollar.
Yeah.
And right now it has jumped back to. What do you think is what could have been the effect of the drop in the currency in naira recently?
You know, lately we've been seeing all the crypto news and exchange rates. From the hopes they gave us, it was actually going down, but I don't really know what's happening now, why it's going up back again.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's unexplainable.
It's unexplainable, and it actually shows that crypto is not the problem of Nigeria, because I think they've tried to shut down a lot of crypto platforms in Nigeria.
Exactly.
Even tried shutting down people's banks who deal on crypto too.
Exactly.
So no, a lot of people they venture into agriculture. They are into agriculture currently, and I don't think everybody wants to farm these days. But a lot of people have gone into large-scale farming.
Yeah.
People that have the capital to do
Exactly.
all that, and it's actually watching for them. But then, when it comes to import and exportation of our food, our homegrown food, I feel the Nigerian border should make it much easier for business people to be able to export their goods and import whatever they want to do easily. Because now, if we are doing more of exports,
the import and export terrain. I know you do some import of yours.
Yeah.
You do some exportation too of yours. What difficulties do you think you envisage in doing that business from Nigeria?
First of all, the custom rates is higher than the normal dollar rates. The custom charges higher when we are carrying our goods or when we are get all that in. So I think first of all the rates, and secondly corruption in that sector, which they have to know how to deal within themselves. The corruption in that sector
with men on a very large on a very large platform, a better platform that have profiled solutions to the Nigerian question. Could you tell us some solutions that you think that could help this country to get back on their feet financially, at least?